Hey everyone, this is Different Spectrums Podcast, and I'm your host, Dr. Nazir Zerka. Go by Dr. Naz, licensed clinical therapist, social worker, group therapist, public speaker, and all that other crazy shit. I am humbly and excited to bring you onto the podcast to listen to us. We've got tons of pods. You can go back and look at our catalog with tons of beautiful guests, awesome guests, intelligent guests, magnificent people. Go check those out. But moving forward, I will be your host and only host, and really excited to bring you a new era of more personable, more self-help, more things to educate and bring to life the characters, movies, and shows in which we were originally supposed to do. So much appreciation for you guys following, listening, paying attention. Please like, share, so we can spread the word, so folks like me that are very authentic can get more clicks, likes, and just more people to listen and hear. I also want to bring attention in the intro, all the resources that we have in the link tree. Please go check those out. Remember, tons of free worksheets for you, friends, other therapists. There's assessments for ADHD, autism, anxiety. There's couples related stuff. There's coloring related stuff. It's all free. And plus I have a massive list of athletes, for those of you that love sports, of folks that have mental health related issues that have been collecting that. It's over 60 pages long. And I've been doing it for about 6 or 7 years now. So much appreciation, much love. And thank you for rocking with me. Enjoy the show, enjoy our guest, or just enjoy me running my mouth about whatever we're talking about today. Much love, y'all. And remember to take care of yourselves. And if you don't, we'll get you there. We'll get you there, homie. Peace. Hey everyone, it's me, Dr. Naz, and you already heard the intro, but I wanted to lead into this with a little bit more information. So this was a talk that I did a few months ago with a entire fraternities, all the fraternities at Purdue University. So they wanted me to come in to do a presentation. I've talked to a lot of fraternities at Purdue University for multiple years in a row, repetitively going back and talking about just mental health, exposure, suicide risk prevention, things like that, and just brotherhood, intimacy, and just finding ways to deeper to connect to each other. And so there's a couple awesome frats that always continuously bring me in. They decided to bring me in to talk to all of them together on brotherhood. And because there's so many mental health related issues, and I'm a very good public speaker, and I'm very engaging and can be hyper masculine and play the role, that they really love me and enjoy it. I had a blast doing it. I've 3D printed a bunch of fidget toys to give out, a bunch of like little spinner thingies. It's the Star Destroyer, plus Darth Vader's like fighter jet on it. So gave a ton of that stuff away. I was almost a 2-hour talk. There was a break in there. You're going to see me do the normal mental health spiel, just try to break down what's anxiety, what's depression, to get people talk, engaged. You're going to see me take a moment of silence for someone that passed away and that died. And so that's a very deep, personal thing. A young man took his life, a wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals. He also was a star athlete at Purdue University. He tragically took his own life because of depression and injuries, which derailed his entire career. We do pay respect towards him and his family in a moment of silence. You all see that. And then we continue to talk about suicide prevention and how we all are struggling. We talk a lot about emotional intimacy, vulnerability. What are things that make us feel good? How can we do those? And then how can we share those with others? Start bigger and better communication, connect with more men, break the stigmas, protect each other, protect women. And how can we just be better men in general? How can we be less toxic? How can we push our gender to do better? And one of the biggest things is stopping isolation. And so we talk a lot about the brotherhood and what that means, what that looks like, and how to challenge your brother to not feel alone, but also to be better, to watch out for drugs and alcohol and moderation, and just how to thrive. And we do that with me just poking at a lot of boys. You're going to see me having some fun and making jokes and teasing people. You're going to see me questioning a lot of people. I did my best to edit everything as good as possible so you can hear their voices when they're talking. Sorry if it gets a little jittery or loud at times, but I did my best so you can hear everything that they said. Enjoy as much as you want. You're more than welcome to skip this podcast. I think it's a fantastic talk with a lot of young men. And I gas up a lot of young men, and I'm able to decipher and see a lot of things and kind of size them up and do my best to push them to be better. It was awesome to see all the boys afterwards. I think there's like 15 young men that came and spoke to me afterwards, and we talked privately. And then after that, a couple more stragglers really late. And then I got to talk to my guy, Tony, that brought me in, that continues to bring me in. Much love and appreciation to that young man. Much love to Tony for helping me save lives, specifically men. I'm going to send this and then tag the frat in this. Tony, much love for you and everything that you've done to help me, to help your fraternity, and to help all those other brothers heal. And I know you saved some lives, and I will always have respect and love for you, young man. Continue being you, continue doing you. Shout out to you, brother. So with that, enjoy the talk. Next week, we're going to get in a lot more movies and shows, and then we got some guests coming shortly after that. All right, everyone. Much love. Peace.
Our lives, honestly, our chapter. Started doing more talks, different chapters, and now he runs his own practice. You're a PhD now too, right?
Yeah, Dr. Nas boy. Yep. So I was here working at CAPS from 2020 until September, right, last year. Now I own my own nonprofit organization, my own business, my own company. Do it all online. It's all mental health. It's therapy. It's group therapy. We run a podcast and all this other shit. It's a lot of cool things that we do. We're going to talk about mental health. We're going to talk about this brotherhood thing. We're going to talk about suicide. We're going to talk about a couple fun things too. And I'm just going to have some fun and talk some shit. I have permission to you guys to like swear and be normal me, right? Okay. Well, I'm just making sure the boss. Okay. Will, you have no idea. Has any of you ever heard me talk? Some of you have to have heard me talk, right? Just one? All right. There you go. So a couple of you guys. Same type of spiel. What house are y'all from?
So yeah.
Nice. Before we get started, though, you guys may have seen on the news, a young brother was killed himself the other day. Receiver here, Rondell Moore. I thought it'd be good because suicide's a big thing on this campus, many campuses. I would like everyone to bow their heads. It's not a prayer. We're just going to sit in a little moment of silence out of respect for people that have lost their lives this year, previous years at this university. Just want you to think about loved ones, how precious life is, how grateful it is to have this life, but how hard it could be. Thank you, guys. So, I'm Dr. Nas, Nazir Zerka, social worker by trade, clinical therapist at the university level for 10 years now. Worked at a small school in Michigan, Minnesota, then came here. Was supposed to be in athletics and just work with athletes. That was the dream, that was the goal. COVID happened. My contract was voided with Nebraska University, worked with football. Next thing you know, now I'm here at Purdue. Tried to get a big boy job to be the director at the University of Michigan. One of the directors was offered a job. Something happened. They said the job's no longer yours. Horrible depression after that. And I decided, I'm like, fuck this, I'm done with this. I'm going to open up my own company. I'm going to protect my clients, my babies, the way I want to do it. And I'm not going to bow to anyone anymore. So that leads us to here. I met the homies here, doing other talks with CAPS, mental health, men's stuff, all types of shit. Small things to know about me. I'm Lebanese, grandparents from Palestine. I'm Mexican, grandparents from Mexico. From Michigan, played collegiate football. I battle depression, anxiety. I have ADHD. I also have autism. Let's see. I'm a big boy, always been a big boy. Lost like 50 pounds since maybe some of y'all see me. I don't know if you know that. I'm slimming up now, you know. My blood pressure's all good and shit. I ain't passing out no more. I think that's most of the intersections. Love playing video games. Love talking shit with folks. Love playing basketball. And very passionate about protecting people. As someone who has lots of trauma wounds and scars, has had things done to him that won't talk about today. It's my job to help people not die. That's the whole goal of these talks. Make sure you don't die. Make sure you don't feel alone, depressed, forever. Because many of you in this room been battling shit your whole life. No one knows. And then you meet some crazy fucker like me, and then you're like, maybe I'll talk to this guy. maybe he will actually give a shit, unlike everyone else I've run into. I take a lot of honor and pride in that. Very lucky for that, but also get quite burned out with that, especially with all the shit that goes on in the news these days. So, we're going to do a little hand raise game. If you yourself, and the boys that already know this, I just want to do this quickly. If you yourself or anyone else you know has anxiety, depression, or any mental health issues, if you yourself, you don't have to out yourself, or anyone else you know, raise your hand. Majority of the room usually raises their hand for this one. If you yourself or someone else you know or love or friend takes anxiety medication, raise your hand. Pretty much the whole room again raises their hand. Hello. You can sit wherever you want, yeah. Raise your hand if you yourself or anyone else that you know has sought therapy, mental health services, right? Therapist, counselor, something like that. Raise your hand. Still majority of the room again. So why the fuck's everyone so depressed? If we got these medicines and these therapists out here, why is everyone still so sad? Does anyone know why? Brave soul, why do you think people are so sad? Why do you think people feel so bad? What's up, brother?
People kind of feel like a social, like, I don't know what the word is, like a social pressure to like kind of not be upfront about that stuff, I guess.
That's what leads to like the sadness or like the isolation from men, yes. So what we know is what you said, that social pressure or the stigma could be very gendered. But men will hold things in much longer, specifically because that's what it is to be a strong man. As my client said today, I ain't no bitch. I'm like, okay. What we know about men is we also, as you get older, y'all are right now in a decent age bracket. As we get older, it's harder to make friends. Right now, some of you have a lot of friends and having fun, talking shit. This is a really good time for you. As you get older, all your friends are gonna start going different places. Some of y'all are gonna have kids. You're gonna get really busy, burned out. You're not gonna have time to talk. You're not gonna have time to do all this shit unless you like cool with someone, they're playing Fortnite with you, but then they have kids. So my best friend can't play fucking Fortnite all the time like I want to. He's got responsibilities. So men get really isolated. And what do we know about men is we don't make friends as we get older. Highest rates of suicide are middle-aged men. The next youngest would be a little bit younger than y'all. Since you were the first one to talk, you're not a nerd. You can give this away to a nerd. I got a 3D printer like any other nerd would, and I print shit all the time. Yeah, so it's a little Darth Vader. There's a little fucking plane in it, and then there's the Death Star. It's fun as shit. I printed a ton of those, so whoever talks, you're gonna get a little fucking fidget toy. You'll also be recruited to the dark side, but that's a different story for a different day. Why do you think people are so sad? Another answer. Why do you think people hold so much pain? Men, specifically. Raise your hand and talk. What's up, brother?
Lack of trust in people.
Why do you think we lack trust in people?
Some people have trust issues. They don't like to talk about problems with other people. They don't want to burden other people with their problems.
So that's twofold. It was good. People don't want to burden others, is one. Whether it be friends, family, they don't want to cause any harm or extra burden, whatever. They don't want to put that shit on someone, right? They got their own problems. Why am I going to fuck with Michael? This motherfucker's sad too. Now I'm going to make him more sad? And then the next thing is trust. Trust been real weird these days for a lot of folks. This thing called this social, I'm going to walk to you. So some of y'all going to look at my ass. So this social media thing has fucked a lot of us up. Hopefully you like it. If you don't like it, give it to someone who's a nerd. It's interconnected us magnificently. We can talk to anyone. You can get information anywhere. You're plugged into the fucking metaverse whenever you want. But what you do is you start comparing yourself to other people. You start seeing this other shit. Next thing you know, this thing called ants. Anyone ever heard of this term called ants? Probably not. Called automatic negative thoughts. We have them consistently. They course through us. I suck, I'm terrible, I'm dumb, I fucked up on this exam, I'm always gonna fuck up, I'm gonna let my parents down, I'm not a good partner, I'm not a good husband, I'm not a good friend, I'm not a good athlete. I'm not gonna assume that I know what Rondell was going through, but I'm sick of being injured. I can't give money back to my family. I'm never gonna make it in life. I'm not where I wanna be. People get very sad, isolated. You see all these other people being very happy on the internet, and then men will just lock it up and they can't trust anyone. Because what if I tell them some shit and they say like I'm stupid, like I am those weak things? What if they validate all the worst fears that I have? So trust is tough because we're scared that people will reject us. Does that make sense, brother? Rejection is the thing that scares most of us from connecting. You said you wanted me to talk about brotherhood. The thing that makes a brotherhood is, y'all ain't gonna like this word. I assume most of y'all suck at this. Intimacy. Anyone ever heard this word, intimacy? You heard of intimacy? You good at fucking? I'm joking. That's a different type of intimacy, you pervert. FYI, you can laugh at my jokes. Like, I like to talk shit. You can sue me later. I got an HR. FYI, if you want it, it's HR. It's my ex-con dad who runs it, and he's gonna tell you to fuck off. But you can send it in if you want to. You can send it in. I love telling people that shit. It's a family business now, y'all. Intimacy. Everyone thinks intimacy is like one thing. It's like the gushy, the things that we feminize. Intimacy could be something as simple as like, hey brother, how you doing, man? You good?
Yeah.
How's your day?
All right.
What'd you eat?
Sloppy joes.
What do you do for fun?
Play video games.
What do you play?
Marvel Rivals.
Look at you, you fucking nerd. Who do you mean?
I'm a flex player, so.
Oh, you're a flex player now. Who do you like to play with?
Moon Knight, Jeff.
Moon Knight?
Yeah.
Man, you weak as hell. And Jeff? Jeff is fun. Jeff got some good buffs the last few seasons.
Yeah, he's a little in dumps right now, but.
Yeah, I'm a Thor main. Because I like to go in and fuck people up. But then again, I can't fucking aim, so I just gotta hit you with a hammer. My first main was Rocket. I'm a healer. I like being a healer, and then no one wants to play fucking tank, so I gotta play tank. Which is cool. I mean, I'm a college football player. I mean, I'll go take some L's. Do you play with any friends?
Yeah.
Do you have fun?
Yeah.
Why do you have fun?
Play with my friends, I guess.
What is it that makes it fun playing with friends? That game specifically. It shit's kind of mindless when you're playing by yourself.
I don't know, you get to like talk and like work, I don't know, work together.
Just chilling, vibing, talking shit, beating up people,
Yeah.
teabagging them. You may not do that. I do that. It's some old Halo shit right there. Intimacy is friendship. A lot of men are weird to talk about friendship, camaraderie, laughing, joking, supporting each other. Women as well. It's not fully gendered towards men, but men have a tough time trusting people because it feels soft. Video games are a great way for us to connect, but also can lead to a lot of fucking anger. I remember one of my boys, he's like, Nas, I hate fucking playing Fortnite with you. I said, why? He's joking, but this is fucked up. He's like, I literally just fucking want to kill myself. Like, you so fucking mean. I'm like, yeah, man, we playing ranked, and you just looting while I'm getting shot in the ass. I still play with him to this day. That fucker made me buy Arc Raiders the other day. Anyone play Arc Raiders? That's the fucking looting man's wet dream, playing that game. You just run around stealing shit. I like to make people laugh and say these out-of-pocket things because this is how you create connections and intimacy. This is how you show people like I see you by making eye contact, even though I struggle with it, unless I'm being intentional. The tism in me, when I get too close to people's eyes, I start to like kind of freak out. I get kind of really anxious and overwhelmed. But as long as it's far away, I'm fine. I got a couple different things I wanted to share. Anthony, do you remember what year you brought me in? Do you even know? I think y'all just shot like a general email and you're like, hey, and then I was the one that signed up for it. Do you know why I was the one that signed up for it? Guess. If you guess, I'll print you a specific 3D object, whatever you want. No clue? You're not even gonna try. Phone a friend. Huh?
You know about it?
Fuck, I know about you guys. I don't know about your shitty frat. I was the only one to take it. They say, hey man, we can't get no one to do this. You want to do this? You don't only like do it at the counseling center. What's up?
Why do you different people like to tell us we're here on the wrong fraternity? Constantly want something, want something with people.
Since I'm one of the only dudes at CAPS at that time, literally I think there was 2 of us, and everyone else said they were too scared to go in fraternities because of how dangerous you guys are perceived towards like other people, towards women, blah, blah, blah. I was like, shit, I'll go do it. Sure. And then we sat down and we talked for hours. And then you had me back. Next thing you know, other frats had me back. Next thing you know, my whole roster's full of fraternity brothers at the counseling center. I'm saving kids day by day. Next thing you know, now I'm working with the military on campus and trying to save all these cadets as well too, and making sure they're on the right path. But they didn't want to go work with men. No one wanted to touch you guys. I mean, what the fuck are you so scared about? It's the masculinity that scares people because they fear that you guys won't listen, pay attention, give a shit. Like y'all just gonna thug it out and then they're gonna do a PowerPoint and then they feel like it's worthless. I don't see that. I know that if I talk, someone will listen, someone will care. Tony will have me come back and I'll save a couple lives. Since I've met Tony, and this is a shout out to you, I've told you this before, you have helped me save at least 20 to 30 lives, probably from your own fraternity. That's fucking wild. To think that you had that impact, you don't even know some of the boys probably that well. And every time they say, I'm glad I met you, you better thank Tony and the other boys. These talks don't happen, so I'm trying to be honest about them. We'll do a little pivot. Hand raise if you're a freshman. Ah, shit. Hand raise if you're a sophomore. Junior? Senior? Motherfucker, you like a super 16 senior. Well, that's because you got internships and shit. I got you. Freshman. Any of you guys scared to go to college? Worried, anxious, what to expect, trepidatious? If you weren't, y'all are crazy. Y'all had to be scared. What's up, brother? I saw you making faces. Were you scared?
Me?
No. Brown brother behind you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just really didn't want to go to college.
Oh, shit. I didn't want to go either. But the coaches said, come on. And I was like, I guess I'll go play football. That shit went south. It's funny now, but that shit went south, brother. I got overwhelmed. I got tired. Next thing you know, someone says stupid to one of my friends. I beat a couple guys' ass. I get arrested, kicked out of school, charged, almost killed a dude. So I did not want to go to college. I just wanted to play ball and fuck around and be with my friends. Why didn't you want to go?
Why didn't I want to go?
Yeah.
I just didn't really like school, like sitting in class and just like learning stuff in the classroom.
You don't like learning?
Well, I like learning.
You brain dead, boy? I'm joking.
I just don't like sitting in one place.
It's boring.
too long and, yeah, it's boring.
Yeah. Is it the lecture that's boring for you, or is it the monotony, or is it that you're pretty smart and the shit's just, you already know the shit, it's too easy?
I think a little bit of all three.
It could be.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying the first semester? Second semester now?
It's better than I thought it would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. First year sucks, bro. The classes fucking suck. As you get into junior, senior year, you start to get some classes that you might actually enjoy, shit you might actually use in the big world. Right? I'm in classes like, what the fuck I need to know chemistry for? I'm going to save people's lives and talk shit, but I need to know about these molecules? I have a double major. One's kinesiology, because I thought I was going to be a physical therapist to work with athletes, and then I couldn't get into graduate school, so then I went into therapy. I have a master's in social work and a doctorate in social work. So what's the plan to be, brother? What are you trying to do when you grow up?
I'm going to go into the military. I'm ROTC right now.
Which one?
Army.
Have you seen me before in there or no?
Not yet.
No? Okay. So I did 0 week this year, so you might not have been there for 0
I
week?
go to 0 week.
There you go, that's why. Okay. How you like Lieutenant Kramer?
Lieutenant Kramer.
How you like Lieutenant Kramer?
He's awesome. Now,
You like him?
yeah.
He's a tough son of a bitch. Huh?
He's scary
He's tough as shit.
Yeah.
I thought he hated me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, this motherfucker gonna kill me. And he's actually really cool. And he's like sent me other kids as well too. The guy that was in charge before him was fucking fantastic. Saved a lot of kids' lives. I trust Sergeant Kramer. The seniors tell me that he's getting better.
Yeah.
He's getting better at connecting and being real. So I think you'll be in good hands. What are you gonna do for the military?
I want to fly.
Nice. Cool. I'm glad you're here, brother. You probably wouldn't have had the opportunity to do some of the cool shit that you want to do. I'm glad you did something that you were about. See what happens. Keep taking every chance that you have. Listen to everyone that you can, whether they're idiots like me or highly intelligent people that you think are like good. Listen to everyone. You'll either learn what to do or what not to do. Learning what not to do is the most important thing. Thank you for talking. Ah, shit. I got to give you a toy now. Bastard, you didn't want to go to school. I'll give you a toy. So the reason why I say things about freshmen, because freshman year, as I just said, was tough for me. And when you think you're going to be like this shiny star and you're super smart, and next thing you know, you make a ton of mistakes. Everyone looks at you like they're this monster. Everyone says that we knew you were a monster. We knew you were stupid. And then you're sitting in a jail cell and you look at yourself like, I'm fucked. And knowing that my dad did 9 years, 8.5 years in the penitentiary, now I just let my father down. So then you make it out, and everything's fine. Not going to get into the legality of it, but the charges were gone. You find yourself at community college. You find yourself extremely suicidal. Because I have blown every opportunity I have. Everyone's so far ahead of me. How am I ever going to catch up? I'm never going to be able to make it. You're completely isolated. You're alone. All your friends are gone. What am I going to do? A lot of us in the room will ask those questions. What am I going to do? I didn't have no fucking therapist. I didn't know what therapy was. I didn't know what therapy was until I was in school to become a fucking therapist. They don't tell young brown men about mental health or therapy. That's not a thing. It's not a thing. So why do I tell you this? I remember I was talking to my nephew after I was back at community college. And we had his graduation party for high school out in Texas. And I told him that eventually as a freshman he'd fuck up. He fucked up. He started selling a shit ton of weed in Texas. Yeah, terrible. He started selling some weed to some NFL players too, eventually coming out of Oklahoma State. Got caught, miserable, had to restart everything. Had the parents kind of like kick them out. Went to Michigan, went to community college. Then he went to Michigan State, got a chemistry fucking degree. Became straight A's, locked the fuck in, stopped drinking, stopped doing drugs. He followed somewhat of my path. Then he got into Louisville, went to law school. Somehow that smart fucker got into Georgetown, one of the best law schools in America, and now he's a lawyer out in Stanford University. The come up for me and him, fucking wild. I don't know if he dealt with suicidality because he doesn't talk to me about those things. But I know the path in which many of us go on where we fail miserably, the shame, the guilt can really destroy you. I'm gonna ask a few questions to some boys, y'all. When people feel shame, guilt, when people feel sadness, would you label that as depression or you think depression is something else? What do people think this word depression is? Couple hands. I'm gonna go easy on y'all. What do you think this depression is? What are signs, symptoms of depression? I'm gonna give someone else a try, brother. I appreciate you though. You got some balls on you. Everyone else scared. They'll be all right. Curly hair. Nope. No.
Like withdrawal?
Withdrawal?
Yeah.
You think they withdraw from what?
Like society.
Society?
People you hear about?
Give me more detail. What else do you think they withdraw from?
Stuff love.
Examples. What are some things that you love that if you were depressed you would withdraw from?
I guess family, really, honestly. Yeah, I play video games.
Do you have hobbies?
Yeah. Mainly I was just working and fishing when I was home, but can't really do that out here.
What's your major? Finance. You doing okay? Good. So would you withdraw from your classes and academics, your studies?
Would I?
If you were depressed?
I guess you might start lacking. I don't think I would completely withdraw.
You probably wouldn't. It depends on how bad it gets, though. It depends on how bad you isolate yourself from your friends. It depends on how bad the thing was that made you depressed. Good answer. What else do people think depression is or looks like? Go ahead, bro.
I think people usually associate depression with like feeling lost or like not knowing where to go. And I feel like that kind of translates into having a lack of energy later on, which kind of adds on to what he says. So like, I feel like if I were depressed, I wouldn't have the energy to wake up every morning, go to my classes. I wouldn't know like what's the next step, which is something you also kind of tapped onto. So yeah, I'd say just feeling lost.
What year are you?
Freshman.
You're a freshman? How do you know about this stuff? You just smart?
No, I just thought about it. I don't know.
Okay. Feeling lost is probably what a lot of you feel all the time. I have no idea how any of you would know what the hell you're doing or why you're doing it, because you're very young. You're trying to figure it out. The job market's a little fucked. Economy's a little fucked, even though the stock market's up. Don't worry about that. There's nothing to do with your jobs. The world's a little bit crazy. Families are struggling. Universities, small ones, are closing. Health insurance is sky high. We're getting ready to blow the shit out of Iran within a few days. It's terrifying out in the real world. A lot of you are just trying to figure out, what am I going to do today? What friends am I going to hang out with? Am I going to go to the fucking IU game? Thinking about small things. Am I connecting with people? How am I doing in my classes? No. I'm leaning that boy. I'll get to you too. Boy. Lost. It's a terrifying fucking thing to feel. The amount of times people tell me they're lost in their life, their marriage, their job, they'll tell you that they've been lost for years. And they expect my crazy ass to figure it out within a couple weeks. I was talking to a 40-year-old mom before this. A lot of pain, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of loss. But that's because people don't have like the guidance, the loved ones, the parents, the friends to help them. Loss is good. Loss will cause a lot of my boys to kill themselves. Because if you don't have the answers and you can't find anyone to have the answers, that means no one understands you. If you feel misunderstood for so long, what's the point? I'm going to try not to be depressing towards the end of the thing. I'm going to make it better. Who else had their hand up? About depression, then we're going to skip to something else. Someone in that middle pocket right there. Oh.
Well, I thought what I was going to say was covered a lot, but I was just saying a lack of purpose. I think when you lose purpose, like, if you don't have a will to live anymore, like, what are you doing? And that's when people get depressed. You know, and you can look back and you can take a step back in life and say, like, what am I doing here? Why am I doing the things that I do? Like, if you start questioning, like, what you do every day, that's when I think people get depressed.
It can drive you crazy, brother. Trying to figure out who you are as a person, as a man, as a son, as a student. When you lose purpose, like the athlete that just took his life, when you lose your purpose and your identity, it can shake you to the core. Many of you are highly intelligent. Many of you have been at the top of your classes and all this shit. And then you come here and you're like, damn, this is tough. Am I dumb? You're not dumb. This fucking school sucks. This school is very hard and you're supposed to struggle. But that identity thing can mess you up. I lost my identity multiple times, hence the suicidality. Because the identity which the world has told me is that I suck. So then when you start assuming that identity and letting it breathe, that's when things get weird. But lost identity, yeah, good ones. What makes people joyous? We're going to have some fun now. What makes people happy? What makes you happy, brother?
Probably achieving something great or doing something good.
Achieving something great?
Getting an internship or doing well on an exam.
Goals.
Right.
Succeeding. Okay. What else makes folks happy? Oh, shit. Go ahead, bro.
Hobbies, like being able to have the time to be able to do the hobbies, do the things that give you joy and make you happy.
How'd you find your hobbies?
COVID, actually.
What's the hobby?
I play guitar.
I just bought one of them damn things. Did you figure it out?
Eventually, it's learning, but
You having fun?
yeah,
Can you play some stuff now or no?
yeah. I'll get together with some friends sometimes and we'll play some stuff.
Hell yeah.
Jam.
One of the greatest things that you can do for your mind, for your neurochemistry, is to play an instrument. Does anyone play an instrument in here? Please raise your hand if you play your instrument. Raise it nice and high. Not many folks, but some of you will be gifted enough to have, you can go ahead and put it down, to have like literally fucking catnip light off in your brain. So the norepinephrine, the dopamine, the serotonin that activates while playing music, crazy. You can't replicate it anywhere else. It would be like an athlete scoring a fucking touchdown in the end zone and just watching the fans go bananas. Same type of thing. Didn't it suck though? Learning?
I mean, a little. There is a point where you just feel like you're not. You learn, and then you feel like you're kind of just at an impasse, and there's nothing else to learn, and you're not getting better, you're not getting worse. You're just kind of playing and.
That shit sucks. Does anyone feel like that in life with anything else, whether it be lifting, friends, schoolwork, where you finally start to progress and then you plateau? Does anyone feel like they've plateaued in something throughout their life? Please raise your hand if you feel like you've plateaued. Dude, I was so fucking burned out come December. Was a husk. Wasn't depressed, just tired. It took me until about 2 weeks ago to feel good. Felt weird as shit. I was eating like some mac and cheese, talking to my best friend and his little daughter. I was like, oh shit, I feel pretty good. I'm gonna start 3D printing shit. And next thing you know, I'm exercising, having fun, talking shit. Burnout's a real thing. The kicker is my dad, we grew up poor. My dad was incarcerated. My dad's very disabled. I probably talked about this with some of y'all. Did I tell you this story? There's a 401k when you get older and you pay money into it. Purdue matches it up to 10%. So I put in 14% of my check for the last 5 years. Purdue matches 10% of it. Thankfully, stock market was at an all-time high when I dipped. My dad I cashed it out, right? So I can put into another 401k. My father gets the mail. Doesn't know that these checks are coming in the mail. 3 checks. He comes to my room. Crying. What's this? $95,000 cash. He says the most money he's ever held that was clean his entire life. You know how fucking proud I was to show him that? Look at this money. Look what I did. Woo! Living a good life, boy. So, we were talking about hobbies, guitar. Hobbies are fantastic. They can give you a purpose. They can help you regulate. They can help you connect with other humans. One of the big reasons why you're enjoying things is because you're connecting with your boys. Same like homie playing Marvel Rivals. Connection usually drives us. Some of us in here will say that you don't need people. It's usually a lie. There's a small portion that don't actually need people. Most of the time we like some type of interaction with people. Connection. Some. My autistic ass will do this. I'll probably go nonverbal for the next 24 hours. But you're like, oh, he's talkative and he's fun. Yeah, I'm going to shut the fuck down. And I'm going to obsessively think about everything that I said, everything that I fucked up, how to perfect it. Why? Because I need to meet my goals. Because the more I talk, more likely I am to save his life. I have a huge responsibility that I do not take lightly. But my hobbies and connection with people bring me joy. Winning, and I always win now. As I told one of my clients, they were getting placed in something for school and they couldn't do it or afford it. And they're like, Nas, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I said, do you give me permission to fix this? She goes, yes. I said, I'm going to write you a letter to send it to the school. You act like it's you. I'm going to send you an actual letter from me as your therapist. And you're going to win. You're going to get out of it. They're going to put you in the place you want to go. She sends it to him. The next day, she says she can't open her email. She's too scared. She calls me 10 o'clock at night after she's done at work. I said, come on, baby, open the email. She said, I can't do it. She's scared she's going to reject it and she's not going to be able to afford what she needs to do. And she's fucked. She won't be able to graduate. I said, forward it to me. I'll read it. I just started laughing. I said, my man, I always fucking win now. With the help of ChatGPT, boy, I can write some shit. I can write some shit, make it seem like I'm God. She cried for the next 20 minutes. Thankful. I can save people money. which then helps them live and helps them afford hobbies, helps them be with their friends and do certain things because she doesn't have to worry about paying $3,000 next semester and gas. What else brings people joy? Way in the back. Yeah, you that just turned your head with the blue sweater, you. Yeah, well, how you gonna look at somebody else? Yeah, man, it's blue. Hang out with people. Who you enjoy being around? That motherfucker right there? Oh, he definitely depressed. What's so cool about homeboy? He brightens your day? Oh shit. Did you notice? No. Hey, shit, man. Y'all get a room, man, if you want to. Hey, man, that's awesome that you said that, man. All bullshitting to the side. I remember I was talking to my boy out in Detroit, and I looked at him, after he got his big boy job, and I said, you know I love you, right? This is after his wedding. And I said, you know, it wasn't that gay. I said, you know I love you, right? And we're at Tiger Stadium, right, because the game just let out. And he's like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. I don't want to hear that shit. I said, no, man. I might not go see you for maybe another year. I love you. Then I give him a big-ass bear hug. He's like, thank you, man. We as men usually don't tell people like nice, kind things about our homies. So make sure when you got other homies, friends, family members, you tell them that you love them or you're thankful for them. I don't know if you love homeboy over there. He look like he smell funny. I can't see you. There you are. Do you like homeboy or is he just like an annoying little pest? Yeah. He's chill? Look at you. Y'all just blushing and shit. Y'all so cute, man. Oh, look, he got to drink his beer. All jokes aside, that what I just did there to let you two say that, you jokingly say that but mean it, that's real shit. That will save someone's life. Like, hey, man, you're a good dude, man. I appreciate you. You show up for me when I feel sad as fuck, like I want to chill and just grab a beer with you, eat with you. We don't tell that to other folks. We should. Again, intimacy. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to walk my fat ass all the way up there, too, and give you these. Here you go, brother. Thanks. Good luck with the guitar. Thanks for letting me fuck with you. Yeah. Will, you helped me bring myself in today. What makes you happy? What brings you joy, brother? Drugs? No? Okay, I like drugs, I like the Pat McAfee drugs. That's what we call weed. I'm sorry. You can continue talking.
The thing that makes me happy is being around my friends, going to the gym for like a hobby.
You like to lift?
Yeah.
Have you hit any PRs lately?
Not for a while. I used to be a big boy. I haven't gotten up to that way yet.
Okay, that happens. Yeah. Why do you like to lift?
Just a way to be able to freaking it. Because I live in a fraternity house. I get a lot of alone time.
They're annoying.
No, they're not annoying. It's just
14
hours a day.
They're terrible. They smell funny. Who wants to be around men all the time? Shit, I smell funny. I had to take a shower before this. Smell like straight up. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. What else brings you joy, brother?
Small achievements here and there, like the music grade on the test. I went to Wendy's and they gave me a free Frosty. That was pretty good. Small stuff like that.
Again, all jokes aside, the small things in life, if you pay attention, they can bring a ton of joy. Most of my clients will say their day was shit. They'll explain maybe one thing through a 7-day period that was shit. Well, there'd be a million other things that was good. And I said, so you do the fucking math. The whole week was shit because this one thing? Yeah. That doesn't make any sense. People will tell me that they're idiots, that they're retarded, that they'll never be good, blah, 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 because of all these horrible things. And I said, so you had 12 minutes where you did bad. You had an exam for 50 minutes and you were quote unquote dumb. How does that mean you're a piece of shit or you're stupid? You blanked out for 50 minutes. Shit happens. Reset, do better. The small things mean a lot. Making a couple of you assholes laugh. Making homeboy in the back blush. He's still red right there. Look at him. He's gorgeous. He's thinking about it. You know, maybe we should tell. Yeah, okay. I'm talking to you two in the back. I'm having so much fun calling y'all out. Remember, HR, it's on my website. Go right to my dad. Right to my dad. The small things, though, brother. It means a lot. The question is, do you pay attention? One of my clients always says things are aligning. I'm like, man, this girl crazy as hell. What do you mean they're aligning? The stars? She says when you pay attention, Nazir, uses my government name, that you can notice certain things around you. Certain good things will happen. It's up to you to take advantage of it. But she will say, I feel like always the bad things are happening to me and that the things align and it freaks her out, gives her panic attacks throughout the day. Pay attention to the good things. They're all around you guys. I love making people smile. Where are we at on time? Got plenty of time. How many people raise your hand right now if you got a shit ton of homework and you're stressed out? Raise your hand. Raise it high. Don't be scared. I thought you was dropping out. Motherfucker, you don't even want to be in school. How you stressed out? You don't want to be here. I got some weed for you later. I'll give it to you. That's a joke. Maybe later. I'm going straight to jail, bro. Straight to jail. What do you feel, young man? What do you feel when you're stressed with this academic shit? There's other stuff that stresses you out too. Yeah. What do you feel? How does stress manifest in you?
Great question. I should have thought about that.
How you feel right now? Because you probably feeling a little stressed. I'm asking you the question. People are looking at you. They're like, man, this kid's weird looking. His hair's like good, but it's not good. Could be more gel. I don't know. His hoodie's too big. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I don't know. I just kind of like
I'm joking.
sit there and then I think about it for a little bit. I'm like, oh my God, I have so many assignments, and I just get to work, just start doing them.
Is it hard to get to work?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to start it.
Yeah, very.
When you start it though, do you get into a groove, or is it still like stop and go, like the engine shutting off?
Lately it's been kind of stop and go, but you know, eventually I get it done.
Towards the deadline, you probably get it done.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. So with procrastination, not saying that's full procrastination, but with stress, anxiety, pressure, we, all of us, avoid. And we put off till later because it's too fucking big to lift. It's too much to handle. But eventually the anxiety becomes so much that you have to do it now. There's no fucking choice. You have to get it done by midnight. So you though, when you get stressed, it's not necessarily fully avoidance, it's called activation energy. So for you, whenever it's a big thing you need to battle, just know that it's gonna be harder for you to jump in. That could be something as cleaning the house, the garage, doing certain stupid shit like that, filing your fucking taxes. I don't wanna do that shit. Every time I do my taxes, I feel like I'm going to prison. Like I don't wanna feel like that. It's a matter of time. They're gonna get me. They're gonna get me. 15 years, you ain't paid a single dime in taxes. Oh shit. I'm a social worker, I don't know how to do math. I don't think that's gonna work in court. Who else feels stress and how does it manifest? One of you brothers over here. How you feel stressed? Did you talk? No, you talked. Which one of you talked earlier? It was you? No. Did I give you a toy?
No, you didn't.
You
just
bastard.
asked me.
You bastard. How do you feel stressed? You turn red. I can see it happening now. I love teasing white kids. Don't laugh at that. How do you feel stressed, brother?
I guess I just overthink when there's a lot of stuff going on.
What happens when you overthink?
I think about it constantly and it doesn't really leave my mind ever when I'm super stressed out about stuff.
When you're stressed, overwhelmed, ruminating, we call it, perseverating, we call it, can you focus on the other things that you need to do, or do those fall to the side a little?
Depends on what it is, but yeah, kinda.
Do you get any physical symptoms when you're stressed? Heart rate, sweaty, hot, agitated? Maybe. Yeah. How do you relieve stress?
Playing basketball and just other random hobbies.
Do you play ball, like actual ball or like video game ball?
Oh, actual basketball.
Okay, look at you out there. Okay, mm-hmm. What do you like to play? Do you like to pass? You like to shoot? You like to rebound? You like to just get in fights?
Yeah.
You can shoot? God damn it. I can't shoot with this shit. I'll get you some rebounds, though. You like a 2 then? Or do you like to handle the rock? Can you handle the rock is the question.
Not that well, no. But like 2 to 4 in that range, honestly.
Okay. When you miss a shot, do you get mad at yourself?
Now, no. In high school when I was playing, yes.
Stressed?
Maybe a little bit.
It's okay to say you're stressed, brother. When you miss things or mess up in life, this goes for everyone. Do you do your best to fix it? Do you ruminate in it? Do you move to the next play? All the above.
Yeah, a lot. I'd say, honestly, more often ruminating a little bit, overthinking, kind of staying past, which that's why I kind of sucked in high school because I overthought.
You get in your head too much.
Yeah.
Yep. So a lot of us are in the head all the time. The reason why we're here today is to talk about mental health and brotherhood. When you're in your head too much, you can't connect with people. When you're stressed too much, your ability to love, to open up, to experience, to play games, to do your hobbies, to have a new romance in the back. I'm so sorry, man. Hey, real shit though. The other day I was talking to a client and my best friend called. And it was my niece, but my best friend called. And I said, oh, wait a minute, my boyfriend calling. She said, what? I meant to say my best friend. So, trust me, I'm a little gay too. But all these things can cause you to not engage with the real world. When you don't engage with the real world, as young man said, what was your name, brother? Lucas. Isolation. And which will then lead to what a couple of the brothers said about being lost. Stress can metastasize, roll down, roll down, roll down. Next thing you know, you're tweaking the fuck out. So you, completely normal. Everyone else does the same shit. They're just not saying it in here. But the rumination, the stress, the perfection, you would not be at this university if you don't have stress. All of you are stressed. When the stress becomes too much and you can't think about anything else and you start neglecting the things that make you feel good, that's when it becomes a mental health related issue. And that's what leads a lot of young men to doing a lot of wild shit. Because now what men will do, not you, this is a good man right here, but at least some of you assholes, to drink too much, to smoke too much, to get into fights, to yell at your friends, your parents. The shit I've seen people say to their parents, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Because you're angry. Some of us in this room are probably coded like me, don't even know why the fuck you're angry. You're just angry. You're mad for some reason. So what do? You cope and you cover with alcohol, substances, video games, some people porn. Some of us get a little bit violent. We'll go play ball, get into some fights. Some of you may or may not have. Maybe you're all good people in here. You're not a bad person if you do this, but a lot of my boys will break their hands. They call it the boxer's break. So it's when they punch wrong, they hit the wall, and it fractures right down the knuckle. So whenever my boys say I got anger issues, I say, why are you angry? They don't even fucking know half the time why they're angry. It's usually because they're lost, they can't do their hobbies, they're isolated, and they're stressed. So then they end up pushing their boys away. I don't remember if it was your guys' frat or yours. What was your frat again?
Siged.
No, it was the ZBT. One of the boys comes up to me, Tony. It's probably one of the highlights of my career. We did a talk because one of their brothers, if you know, was in his fraternity, died. He was in a motorcycle accident last semester and died. Actually, I think this semester. So they had me come in and talk about grief. Very sad. I talked about mental health and we talked about grief. Then I had a little men's group afterwards. I don't have much to say about grief because I lost my mother, my brother, and many other people in my life. Deeply traumatized by a lot of things. So I'm talking to these boys and the one asked me that was like his friend that died, like best friend. And he's like, dude, what do I do? I had no answers. All I did was cry. I tried to come up with answers. We sat there for like an hour, we talked, we kicked it. I tried to help them feel less lonely. One of the boys Not going to give away any personal identification stuff, but one of the boys follows me outside. He goes, "Hey, Dr. Nas." I was like, "Oh, shit, what'd I forget?" And then when I'm going down the stairs, he's going down the stairs, he tripped. He almost like fell down the stairs. And I was like, "What the hell's going on?" He's like running towards me. And then I seen his face was red, bright red. Not embarrassed red, like emotional red. Doing my best not to cry. Because these things mean a lot to me. He said, I'm in this certain degree in these things. He said, "I ain't seen my father in a year and a half. Can't go home, and I miss my father." He said, "You remind me of my father. He's a big boy with a beard and likes to talk shit." I said, "That's awesome, man. What's wrong?" He said, "I miss my dad." I said, "I got you." He said, "I just wanted to know, could I give you a hug?" I was like, "What?" Set my water bottle down right here. Dude gave me a hug, cried, and he just said, "I thank you for what you did." I boosted him up a lot in the session there, because there's a lot of things that he needs to do in life. There's a lot of people that he's going to save because he's in the military. A lot of people he's going to save. But he's terrified about some things. And he gave me a hug. I couldn't believe it. I told my father about it, and he was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "That's kind of weird, isn't it?" I said, "I thought that was pretty cool." For a man to show vulnerability, and like brother said, to trust me with that emotion was wild. Why did I tell you guys this? It don't cost nothing to be a good person, bro. To be kind, to be nice, to be vulnerable, to not tell people's fucking secrets, to not use things against them. When your boy says like, "I'm sad," or "I fucked up on this test," or "Hey man, my girl's doing this crazy shit and I don't know what to do and I'm tweaking and I'm stressed the fuck out." Maybe he cries in front of you. To be a good person is to listen. I wonder who's going to do this. Raise your hand if you think that you're a good listener. Raise them high, please. You should have pride in this. Why are you a good listener?
I'm a good listener because I'm choosing to give people my time. And I care a lot about people in general. I want them to know that their life is valuable to me. I want them to know that their time is valuable to me, that everything. People don't have that enough.
So for those in the back, they're a good listener because they dedicate their time and they allow people to speak to them, right? They let them be seen, heard, valued. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Who else is a good listener? And tell me what a good listener does. What's up, Luke?
So I'd say for me, like when somebody's trying to tell me something, I feel like I have to understand whatever it is they're saying. And I feel like I'm a good empath, so I try to understand people's emotions or like why they're saying what they're saying. And if I think that if I understand why they're saying, that's the key to like truly listening. Because I think there's a difference between just listening and understanding. Because I could be listening to you, but I could be thinking about other things. So yeah, that's about it.
What's your degree again? Econ. The hell you gonna do with that?
I'm asking myself that same question.
Oh, okay, here we go. Now, don't ask me that shit, man. I'm depressed again. I'm not going to push too hard on you right now.
You're good.
No, not about that. You're a good dude. I can tell. There's certain dudes that got it, certain people that got it, you got it. Whatever it is, I'll talk to you later if you want to. I fucking trust you, brother. There's something about the way you talk. Something about the way you talk, your intelligence, your kindness. You got whatever it is, you got it. If you want to go into some other professions where you're talking to more people, you could save lives. I don't know you. Maybe you're a fucking idiot piece of shit. But from what I've seen, that's a good boy. Not saying that any of you aren't, but there's something about the way you've responded, the way I've talked, the way you listen. Yeah, that's good, special shit, brother. The reason why I tell you that is because my own traumas. I got a lot of skills you got, but people would shit on me for it. You're loud, you're ignorant, you're goofy, you're funny, you can't fucking spell well. They say all this shit about me. But what I was good at was connecting with people and talking. And I actually gave a fuck because I was trying to understand people and my fellow brothers. I'm the dude you call in our friend group when shit is the fan. I got your back, no matter what. Because I got a decent amount of trauma, I enjoy doing certain things because I was beaten in certain ways. So when it comes to hurting bad people, boy, I love that shit. I don't do it anymore. I haven't fought anyone since I put my hands on that boy in 2009. Never touched anyone the rest of my life. But I'm going to teach you how to use your mind. Why? Because I never lose. I'm going to make sure my clients use their minds to win. But you, got something special, brother. Appreciate you. I don't know if that's just part of your identity or that's how your parents raised you. But a lot of you got the same shit that he's got. You also look like a good dude. You seem anxious, but you seem kind, you seem considerate, very thoughtful. And since you overthink so much, leads you to most likely not hurt anyone else because you're thinking about all your choices and decisions. You're probably too anxious than what you should be, but it probably will protect you and allow you to help other people. As long as you don't let your overthinking and stress turn to anger and alcohol abuse, you're gonna be solid. But you're gonna have to try to turn that motherfucking brain off. So do your exercises, hang out with friends, do your deep breathing, and know it's okay to make mistakes. That life isn't about some stupid fucking shot. It's about making people feel heard and listened to and valued. Because the only thing that really means anything in this world is the people in this fucking room. That's it. No one gives a shit about how much money you got. It doesn't bring happiness. Ardell Moore just signed for $2 million less than a year ago. Signed for $2 million less than a year ago. He just took his life. Money doesn't mean anything. I got a lot of money now. I was definitely happy, just as happy as when I was dirt poor, homeless with my father. Just as happy. Now I just got money to do like fun shit and put 3D printed shit everywhere and give toys to kids. The money that I take from this, like I told you, Tony, goes towards the fund for kids that can't afford therapy. I pay their fees. Why? Because I'm trying to save lives. Where else are we going with this? I want people to ask some questions. Technically, we got another hour in this thing. We're going to take a bathroom break in a second. So I got to get some water. Homeboy's dehydrated. Let's do some questions real quick. You're rarely going to get anyone to actually be real with you, to talk with you, that has my experiences or mouth. What are questions that people have towards mental health, college, being connected, men's issues, getting your ass kicked on Marvel Rivals? Bro, this shit is so hard on PC. Do you play on PC or
Xbox?
Bro, I was Grandmaster. Do any of y'all play Marvel Rivals? Raise your hand if you play Marvel Rivals. Couple nerds. I was Grandmaster like 1 on Xbox. You go to PC, motherfucker, it's hard to get out silver. Like, I'm just getting shit on. To be fair, I'm Platinum 1 right now, but whatever. Do you mind sharing your rank or is that too much?
Well, I was GM1, but I got, we've played terrible the past week, so now I'm Diamond 1.
Do you get anxious when you start losing, brother?
Yeah, especially when I'm healing and everybody's like, yo, what are you doing?
Wait, I'm healing you. What do you mean? I got Daredevil up my ass. And you talking about where the heel's at, motherfucker. I love my job. Thank you for humoring me. Yeah, questions, concerns, comments, thoughts. Go ahead, brother.
So one of the things I do as like the mental health chair for my chapter is so every 2 weeks or so I'll have these discussions on a random night during the week about a random mental health topic. And my issue with this, I really like doing it. The ones I've done, I'm fairly proud of. But at the same time, I've struggled so hard to figure out topics that aren't just repeating the same things people have heard a million times. And yeah, I'm just wondering for idea topics that I don't know.
So, okay, we can do a little pivot. I can help you guys implement things through your chapters. What frat are you with?
Kaisa.
Okay. What year are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore. And you decided to be, what's your role in the frat?
The mental health chair.
No, why'd you do that?
Because I kind of wanted to, and
But why'd you want to, though? I asked.
I had the idea of doing these presentations, because we had these as more discussions before, but now they're kind of discussions, but also I'm giving information about the topic, I guess.
Did the discussions help you when you were a freshman?
Yes, definitely.
So that's why you wanted to continue it?
Yes.
Got it. Did you know that until just now? Yes, you had to have.
Yeah, I feel like I did. Yeah.
You had to have. Why else would you apply for it? Topics? be a range of things. I would talk about how do men blow off steam? How do you relax? What are your hobbies? What are the things you enjoy? Relationships, anything about relationships. One of the biggest things that we're going to deal with on this campus is interpersonal skills. So either isolation or rejection, but specifically just drama. Just drama. We can talk about alcohol, substance abuse. Grief is a good topic. That topic, there's not a lot of talking that needs to happen. You just need to sit with people because they feel lonely. They lost something. Could be an animal, could be the father, could be partner, doesn't matter. But I'm going to ask everyone else. I'm the expert, but technically there's a bunch of other humans in here. So if you were to have topics in like a circle type thing, a vibe, a topic, what would you like people to present at your frat or house? What would be interesting for you to engage in that could be beneficial towards your mental wellness, well-being?
I think just like an open discussion where everyone is just honestly comfortable and they know that they're in a safe environment to be able to speak up, and just everyone's just really just an open conversation where you just have a bunch of guys together and you just talk.
But how would you even create an environment that's safe? You just gotta let them know, huh? Hey man, it's a safe space. You sound like Robert Griffin III. If you follow him on Instagram, this is a safe space, y'all. He'll say the most wildest shit. Do you even know what a safe space is? I hate saying that word. What do you think it is? Pause. What would make you feel safe in a space with other men?
Just really just putting emphasis on the fact that everyone is included. And just, I personally, I don't have any problem speaking out, like speaking. For a lot of people, I know that a lot of people do.
Scared.
And I'm not entirely sure how to eliminate that fear that people do have, like scared to speak out because of the stigma that is created against speaking out, especially for men. So I'm not really sure how you would eliminate that stigma.
I need other folks to talk now. So this is a really good topic. We're going to pivot from yours to go to his, but it's still interconnected. What would make people feel safe to talk with other people? You ain't got to be scared about this, man. Just shout some shit out.
Share your own experiences and let other people know that you've struggled with the same things that they've struggled with first. That kind of starts the conversation.
Someone has to start it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think just overall creating an environment that would be safe. So doing activities that people are comfortable with, being around people they're comfortable with, knowing that, yeah, honestly, starting like a vulnerable topic and just talking about whatever shit that they can think of.
But you'd have to create the space. So my boy Lucas back here got that vibe. And you can talk. How tall are you?
Like 6'2".
6'2"? Damn. Boy, tall. What you eat? Don't answer that. The reason why I mention your height is because men that are taller, anyone that is taller, are seen as more respectable. Unless people will listen to you and acknowledge you more and trust you more than anyone that is shorter. Specifically also because you're a dude. Whether you believe it or not, the politics and gender is a thing. So when you speak, it will be listened to. You tall back there too, right? How tall are you? Yeah. 6'4". Homeboy in the back, the Purdue shirt with homeboy. Yeah, how tall are you? You're tall, right?
No, not really.
No? You look tall back there, boy. You said you must got one of them booster seats. I'm fucking with you, man. Is anyone above 6 foot in here? How tall are y'all?
Like 6'4".
6'4". 6'4". We got anyone above 6'4"? 6'4" the highest? Here you go, motherfucker. You get a toy too. Growth hormone, boy. So those of you that are above 6 foot tall, please raise your hand. How tall are you?
6'1". 6'4".
6'4"? Look at damn, boy. You got one of them low chairs? You got the opposite of his ass. The reason why I point this out is because you want to make a safe space. You will be the people to do it. The tall ones. People will listen to you. Just that whole Spider-Man shit. with this power, this responsibility, right? With this great power comes responsibility. I'm not saying you have to become an advocate. I'm not saying that you have to save lives. But also when you're a good talker, like a couple of you have talked, you could set the tone. You could. I remember my boss called me into her office. I was getting ready to get kicked out of my master's program because I can't write that good. I have horrible dyslexia, which I didn't know. And she said, Nazir, I need you to really try and do better. She said, I should fail you, but I'm going to let you redo this. I'm now sobbing in her office. She said, if you don't do better, you will be wasting all your talents, your ability to talk, to connect, to make people laugh, and the weird shit that you say, people are going to heal just from you existing. She said, you will help brown men heal, and you will help women know that there's other good men out there, that they exist. You will make people want to live, to go to college. While I was crying, I said I didn't ask for any of this. I'm just a fucking dude trying to live and survive and make sure I can pay for my dad's life, medical bills. But here I am, trying to help people out. Because my big ass has a responsibility that other people won't do because they're too scared or selfish. So you tall dudes, you could probably help someone out. They will listen. For those of you that are under 6 foot, not an excuse to tap out. You still have a great responsibility to stand up, to save lives, to be kind, to open the door, to facilitate conversations. I just wanted to pivot that conversation quickly. So a safe space. Homeboy said vulnerability, pretty much like speak first. Someone has to start the fucking door. The conversation, open the door. You want to have a space, brother, to start topics? Always have a firecracker that has ADHD. On real shit. You got someone with ADHD like me that can talk some shit? If it's just you, that's not enough. There needs to be at least two. You can ping pong, right? So, and also you can't talk too much either now. So having someone with ADHD can help a very quiet room of anxious folks. It can. The next thing would be is it's hard to convey this without people talking first. To earn someone's trust, specifically men, is slow. It's long. It takes a long time. So if you wanted to do it, you would have to show you're repeatedly trustworthy, or you would already have to have the reputation of being trustworthy, of not being a shit talker or backstabber. So you freshmen in the room, if you want to do these type of things to save lives, just by being a just chill dude, to set the tone that you're talking about, would have to start now. Because people watch. It's word of mouth. You know that Tony's a good boy. You know that motherfucker Will back there kind of weird. I don't trust Will. You know, it is what it is. I ain't never really met him before. He ain't even paying attention. So you just know over experience, right? So we as men, you gotta show us. You gotta show us, because the world shows us that everyone fucking sucks. So setting the expectation is being a good person now, not waiting 2-3 years from now. A couple more hands. What else would make people feel safe or would want to talk about something?
You gotta have a lack of judgment.
That's one of the biggest fucking things. Bro, but we all judge people, right? How do you take judgment out when all we're doing is judging people? Most of you are judging the shit out of me right now.
You can judge people in a way that's not harmful too.
What do you think that looks like? So we're not necessarily judging people. We're just listening and like evaluating, maybe, is a different word.
Maybe like interacting with what they say.
I like that, interacting. Because the judgment is where people will feel the shame and the guilt. The goal is just to let people talk, and you're listening and you're making judgments, but you're not being judgmental or shameful.
I think you can turn your judgmentalness into supportiveness. You might think something, but you gotta, if your goal is to help people, you need to look at what's positive and what you can make positive or what they're telling you. So yeah, you interact with those people. If you let them say things and you don't say anything, I don't think there's any, it's just the same as judging them out loud. Because what they perceive of what you think is still nothing special.
Is maybe negative, but also maybe makes them feel more isolated because you have no idea what they're talking about or what they're going through. So thus it has backfired setting the safe space. But what you could do, I do not have all the answers. When I'm talking to some of these clients, when I'm talking to a 50-year-old woman about her divorce, I don't got no fucking answers for that. But what I do is allow people to not feel completely alone. And then so I say that, this sucks. I can't believe that you got to go through this. This is tough. We look at some of the positives, right? There's ways to do it without having the answers, because none of you are going to have answers in vulnerable conversations. Y'all young. Lucas got a couple answers. That motherfucker, he's been reincarnated or some shit. Like, you got a therapist in you. You got a little white lady in you? The reason why I make that joke is because 90% of like therapists are usually Caucasian women. So you might got one in there somewhere. You got a Kelly in there or something like that? Okay. I'm in with this. I'm gonna take a little break and get some water for like 5 minutes, and then we're gonna start wrapping up. I've always been an emotional boy. Always been a highly emotional boy, volatile boy. Good majority of that is the ADHD. There's this thing that we experience called ADHD rage. So when you pin me into a corner and I'm like a dog, I'm gonna fucking bite you. You can't scare me too much, I will bite. I get overwhelmed, that's the autism. So certain loudness, the noises, the overstimulation, the too many people in one room, right? If I feel claustrophobic, I'll tweak the fuck out and I'll leave, or I'm gonna push you out of the way and I'm gonna leave. But with this comes this thing I have, this superpower called hyperphantasia. Everyone ever heard of this word? Hyperphantasia? It means I can see things in visuals. So you all, raise your hand if I say the word apple. Can you picture the word apple in your mind? Raise your hand. Good majority of you. Most people can see an apple if they picture it. Now, if I say the word apple, can you taste it? Can you smell it? Can you rotate it? Can you eat it? Raise your hand if you can. A couple of you, very visual. Those of you that have a little bit more of the gift like I have, you can tap into certain thoughts, feelings, and emotions, or past memories, or future events. It can cause you to feel a lot of emotions. Because I can take things and see it. So when you all talk, I feel it. When you saw me get choked up 2 or 3 times now, that's because I'm back in the exact same emotion that I was when it happened. Whether it be joy, anger, sadness. So this gift of like this hyper empathy, that's what it kind of is, hyper empathy, can crash some folks out. Or you can use it. There's also people that have this skill when it comes to visualization and listening. People who have been deeply traumatized. People who have been beaten, hurt, abused, emotionally, physically, sexually, or people that have been in toxic environments with a lot of yelling between parents, family members, poverty, racism, misogyny. It causes someone to become hypervigilant. Anyone ever heard of this word hypervigilant? Just, you can raise your hand. Ever heard of hypervigilant? Raise your hand if you know Spider-Man. Motherfucker got spidey senses in here. Hypervigilance is like a spidey sense. Some of us are more aware of what's going on and why. So micro expressions, we can see it. So when I'm talking to some of you boys and I see your faces doing certain things, mimicking certain things, certain eye contacts from some of y'all, I can read and react. It makes me very predictive because the algorithm of human expression I'm going through and categorizing, bing, bang, boom, like the Terminator, I can somewhat guess what you're thinking or feeling. Some of that's going to be the autism. A lot of that's going to be hypervigilance from trauma. And so I use that as a gift to interact with people, to guess what they're thinking, to talk shit. So if you give me a blank slate, those are the folks I hate because I can't fucking read and react. But some folks give me blank slates, it's fine. Why do I bring this up? Some of you that have this wonderful spidey sense most likely see people that are struggling, but you're not fully paying attention, and it's not your responsibility to help them out because they didn't ask for it. But what you could do, hey brother, you okay? Hey man, how's the video games going? Hey man, how's the guitar going? Hey Will, man, how's the lifting going? Hey Lucas, how your grades going? You make any jump shots this week? See, when I remember to look at you guys and remember specific things, You know that I'm paying attention and listening. Thus, you have value. My hypervigilance allows me to protect people just by paying attention. You all don't have to be hypervigilant, but what you could do is just pay attention. I'm gonna get a drink of water. I'm gonna stop for like 5 minutes. One of my mentors told me, I was outside, we're walking. I had just gotten back into the program. I had to go to this fucking court hearing in my master's program because they were gonna throw me out. This was a separate issue. I'm always getting fucking thrown out of something. I'm literally most people's trash, but some people, I save their lives. I got in trouble at an internship for multiple stupid things. Doesn't matter. So my supervisor's like, hey man, I got your back. I'm gonna go to bat for you. I said, okay. He keeps me. I get transitioned into a different internship. They said, we're gonna send you this black woman, this old black woman. She's tough and she's mean. If you can make it through her, we'll pass you. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is fucking terrifying. I made her. She was terrifying. I loved her. She gave me therapy. She helped me out. Eventually I graduated. She said it was the best intern she's ever had. She currently sits on my board of directors now for my company as she's retired. She said, brother, when I graduated, I ain't gonna say the one thing she said. She said, as long as you don't get none of your clients killed. I have had one student take his own life last year. I was devastated. I'll talk about that after this. As long as you don't get none killed. She said, as long as you don't sleep with none of your clients. I said, shit, I ain't doing that. And then I will say this other thing. She said, as long as you don't get the wrong woman, because she knows I'm a straight dude, then you're gonna be fine. She said a bunch of other shit. I'm not gonna get into all that. She said relationships will tank you. They can make you feel magnificent. They can bring you joy, but they can also make you obsessive. They can make you ruminate and hella stressed out. And when someone like me is going somewhere, I can't be distracted. She said to me in a book, now I'm gonna get up water. She said, all you have to do is be you, baby. That's it, just be you. I'm asking a lot of you men to not change anything. Just be you, talk about the groups, talk about being open, talk about your experiences. Just connect with people. The internet's fucking us up. It's making you isolated, making you angry, making you hate yourselves. Some of you trying to date and that shit's going crazy and you're on these apps and that shit's making you going crazy. Will we know that men that are average looking and average height got to swipe 1,000 times to get one coffee date? The apps will literally make you fucking go crazy, whether it be social media, TikTok, or Tinder. Be very cautious on what you're ingesting because it will make you hate yourself. All right, I gotta take a break. I record these so he can hear them because he gets to see me do my big boy thing and save lives. My father has had like this ALS type of disease that eats away your body and your muscles. He's had it for like 15 years now. He's supposed to be in a wheelchair after like 6 years and he's still kicking. As homie asked, he's getting weaker, but he can still walk with the cane in the house. It's tough to watch the people you love disintegrate, but it'll be all right. I'll be all right. So this is why I record these, so he can hear it, and he can watch me do my thing. So we were talking about safe spaces. What are some other questions? Because homie wanted to know topics. Topics could be a wide range of things, fun things, but like what do other people want to ask questions about? How to help other boys at the fraternities, implementation, like what are some thoughts that you can bring, some questions you can bring to your place? How can you change the world? What's up?
I think it's pretty easy to say, like, if somebody's depressed, for example, like okay, sure, help them, but maybe the hardest part is starting. So like
starting to help them or starting to talk?
Starting, like, so let's say I'm the person who's depressed. How can I start to like get out of that hole and start climbing my way out? I feel like that's the hardest part for everything really in life. But in this case, how do you start? Like, what's the? Because I know you said you went through it too. So what did you do, for example, to start climbing out?
Real answer?
Yeah.
Drink. Yeah.
Why did that work? You know?
It didn't work. Got very angry, very drunk. I was drinking a handle, they call it, right? A fifth. A couple times a week by myself. well, with my boy. His dad was dying of cancer. His dad passed. I think we eventually grew out of it. I think after his dad passed and he got a couple DUIs and shit like that and all the fights we were getting into, eventually we just had to change. The drinking stopped. Anger didn't stop for him or me. Then he met a real good girlie, and she helped him out a lot. They're married now. He has 2 beautiful kids. One of them, the doctor said at the University of Michigan that his son they should abort the kid. And my boy doesn't believe in that. And, you know, everyone to each his own when it comes to these abortion policies, but medically he would never do that. And he believed very Christ-based. They decided to have the kid. Kid made it, kid's completely fine. Even though the doctor said it's like a 1% chance the kid's gonna be fine. It's fucking terrifying. I'm not saying that that was the best choice by my friend, because it could have been really hard for that kid to live, but he doesn't give up on things. But pivoting back to me, I didn't start to change and work on my shit until a lot of things happened when I was in that master's program. Till probably 2014. I was playing basketball like homeboy. And when I get punked, or people think that I'm too big and I can't keep up, and they forget that I'm a legit fucking college athlete and have friends that went to the pros, and I had just as much talent, but not as quick. But also my father told me I was in college to get a fucking degree, not to get like CTE. Thank God I didn't continue playing because I probably would have had it. Probably already have it. And I was playing basketball and the dude beat me a couple times. Dude's like an asshole. You know, kind of one of them snooty motherfuckers. And so I'll check you and I'll lock your ass up and you'll be shocked. My big ass can move at 350 pounds. 320 now, I feel a lot better, but hopefully I'll get under 300. And, you know, I start getting rough, physical. I'll start checking your ass. I'll start putting my knee out a little bit, watch you trip over it. So, you know, when people are trying to go past you, if you just lean a little bit, you clip them, right? They really can't tell, but you just lean your knee out and you get them. Eventually, I got sick of it, and he tried to get past me, like doing all this bullshit back and forth, trying to tire me out. I'm like, oh, okay, bitch. Boom, pushed him into the pole. Ding, hit his head. It's time to fight now. I know the fight's coming. This is what I planned for. People like me like to get hurt. I like the physical abuse because I grew up with it. I turned my back waiting for my ass whooping to come. He walks up to me, he gives me my backpack. He said, I don't know what's wrong with you. Something's going on. If you need to talk, I'm here. What? Fuck you, you bitch. I thought about it for 2 days. I texted him. I was like, what type of piece of shit am I? What the fuck am I doing? I'm so sorry. I was disgusted. I seen the look in his face. I've seen that look throughout my entire life. People look at me disgusted. Now I love it when people look at me like, holy shit, you did that? So what worked for me? Someone showing me kindness. He should have kicked my ass. Showed me kindness. Don't know why. Probably because he thought I would have killed him, but besides the point. Because I'm crazy. And when I lose my gasket, we're going to have some fun now. You're going to have to kill me. So, what would have worked for me in college? Instead of drinking, playing video games, chasing girlies, is someone actually been like, man, how you doing? Like if me and my friend actually would have sat down and put the bottles down and probably just fucking cried. I don't even think I knew I was depressed. Most of you guys won't even know you're that fucking stressed or depressed. I asked 2 of you guys, how do you know you're stressed? I don't know. You know you're stressed. You just can't articulate it. A lot of men can't articulate thoughts, feelings, and emotions because it's been beaten out of us. Men don't cry. Men don't talk about this shit. I'll give you something to fucking cry about. You got shit to go do. You're roughhousing with the boys. You're playing ball, whatever it is. There's no room for emotions. When you come from where I come, you're trained to kill. That's it. Trained to kill. Trained to see ball, get ball. That's it. And you have fun doing it. And you get highlight tapes and coaches are recruiting you and shit. You become like this monster the world wants you to become. Most of you are highly intelligent, much smarter than me, so you didn't have to live my shit. What would have helped? Someone to sit down. Someone to have the balls to sit down and face me and ask, how are you doing? My best friend couldn't do that. He was already depressed. Fuck's he gonna ask me how am I doing? He fucking feels like killing himself. Funny story. My boy's in Detroit, right? A young black man, he marries this awesome black woman, and we go into this church in Detroit. I live in Minnesota now. I gotta drive 9 hours to get to the wedding. Got the suit, best man at the wedding, right? I drive all the way there. The day of the wedding, Saturday morning, I start bawling in the hotel, crying my eyes out. My father's like, what's wrong? I said, I fucked up. I said, I gotta call you back. My father's getting his beard cut. He could still walk pretty good then. I called my best friend up. I said, I fucked up. He said, what's wrong? I said, I left my fucking best man's suit in Minnesota. Brother, I ain't never cried that hard in my entire life. He's like, it's okay, we'll get you a new suit. I fucking will give me a new suit. It's Saturday morning. It's just custom tailored in my fat ass. They don't make this shit on the rack. You see my body? Don't laugh at that. I decided not to sit in the pictures because I didn't want to fuck up this beautiful, gorgeous black wedding. I sat in the back like a fucking putz. I should have been in the pictures and I should have been up there. You know why? Because I was his best friend, but all the fucking pictures got destroyed, so they never even got to keep any of them. So I should have been able up there to have fun, but I didn't because I sacrificed so the wedding could be beautiful. Why do I tell you this? I love loving people, bruh. I hate disappointing people. So someone said earlier they don't want to put that burden on someone. I think the young man, the very first man to talk, said burden and trust. I don't want to burden people, bro. This young man asked me a couple things earlier. I cried probably twice with him. If you saw it, you saw me get choked up at least 2 to 3 times. He asked me how I was doing. You can't ask my big ass how I'm doing, man. I'm good, but there's always like some demon chasing me. And I gotta fight it off. The demon is my father's health. Also, these certain fucking things on the internet with these Epstein files, it's fucking me up. Seeing the atrocities that are done to children, people like me get fucked up about that stuff. So you said, what would help? My boy, it was making sure he didn't drink too much. It was making sure when he got into a fight that I would de-escalate it or I would handle it. That way he didn't die. I wouldn't advise any of you to become the enforcer like me. The one time I didn't go out with him, our friend's father went with him. It was him, this little shithead that always ran his mouth too much, and his father. They ended up getting their ass kicked at a bar. Never would have happened if I was there. He's got a permanent fucking slice on his face now from a bottle. I hated that. I could have stopped it because I always take care of everything. Sometimes, to be a good listener, like a couple of you boys said, is being a de-escalator. When you see them being angry. If you see a young man angry in your fraternity, I would say that would be your marker to go talk. You see him pop off, get angry, cuss someone out, get violent. You see them raging on fucking video games because they just got their ass kicked for the 7th time on Rivals. Hey man, calm the fuck down. It's just chill out. That would be my key to go in. But you got to be cautious with angry men because what do we know about them? They're avoidant. Like homeboy in school and his work. Yeah, you. What's your name, brother?
My name's Audie.
Audie? Nice to meet you. When we're angry, we're avoidant. So if anyone shows us a little bit of love, it lets us know how empty we are inside. Obviously, I feel like that. That's why I'm getting choked up. So I do this job. Because I still got shit to do because I got goals. I'm not finished yet. But when you love angry people like us, it's weird being kind. We're not used to it. And you know this podcaster, this crackhead named Theo Von? Raise your hand if you know Theo Von. A lot of you knuckleheads do. He does a couple interviews where he talks about mental health. And he was crying with this one guru guy. Big ass white dude, that Tony Robbins guy. You know what Tony Robbins is? Did any of you see that pod he did with him? No. It's fucked up. Theo's always crying about shit. I don't know if you guys seen that. Like, he's got so many clips of his ass just crying. I just spit everywhere. He was talking to the guy. He said, It's like, man, why do you hate yourself so much? He asked Theo this. And he's just talking shit and he's fidgeting because he got ADHD. FYI, Theo Vaughn is definitely autistic as shit. He says it all the time, 100% autistic. He says, I don't know, man. He just says you get used to these negative thoughts. And being kind to myself doesn't make sense because I'm comfortable with the hatred of myself. And eventually that hatred becomes your best friend. It's all you know. So when people tell you you're awesome, you're smart, you're intelligent, you're kind, when they nerd out with you about 3D printing like you two did it in the back, and we connect, it doesn't sit with some of us. We still see an isolated version of ourselves and self-hatred, and so we just hear the voices saying you suck. Theo Vaughn is one of those type of dudes who will forever be wounded. Something's missing in some of us. And he's bawling when he says this, because it's like super fucked up. Why do I tell you this story? Sometimes when you show my clients a little bit of love, it makes them hate themselves a little bit more, temporarily. So I was just talking to someone earlier today. I said, you're magnificent. I said, I always enjoy talking to you every week. I look forward to it. She said, why? I listed a few things. They said, I don't agree. Okay. At the end of the session, I said, I'm talking to the little demon in your head, so not you. So you can blank out if you want to. She said, what are you talking about? I said, technically, I said, you're awesome and magnificent. You're kind, you're generous, you're a good mom. You're bubbly. You're just cute. By cute, I mean like kid-like cute. There's like this innocence to some of us that's like unperverted by the world's fucking toxicity. And she has that in spurts with me. And I said, for that demon in your head that disagrees with me, technically it's telling you that you've been invalidated further. So when you hate yourself, I'm gonna pick on you. When you hate yourself and you tell me, Nas, I'm a piece of shit, and I tell you, no, brother, you're good. You tell me, Nas, I'm always wrong. And I tell you, no, you're right sometimes. It's only further proof that you're wrong, because I'm telling you you're wrong. By giving you love, I've told you you're wrong. So it further invalidates some people that are deeply wounded, like me and other people. Angry men, further infuriates us. Then you become angry. Then you blow up. Now you're ashamed. Now you know you're a piece of shit. The cycle continues and you lash out again. So I said, for that demon that I've invalidated, I'm not saying that you're wrong, honey. I'm just saying that you're listening to the wrong voices. And maybe you aren't the smartest, maybe you aren't the prettiest, maybe you aren't the best mom, but you are pretty fucking good. You're pretty good. And maybe you can listen to my voice instead of that horrible shit on your head, my head, Theo Vaughn's head. Does that make sense? To listen to better voices? I was already exercising. I was already connected with friends. I was already playing games. I was already doing all the things I'm supposed to do. For some of you, do all these things that you're supposed to do, and you're still fucking depressed. That's what really makes some of my clients suicidal. One of my clients just had this horrible medical issue. I said, man, as soon as we get this shit out of you, we get that surgery, you're going to be good. We're going to be good. We're going to be happy. Grades going to be good. 2 months go by. Because like, I'm more depressed than I've ever been. I said, why? I said, I don't know. Because they thought they were going to be good. They deemed me the expectations. Now they're fucking more sad. Folks know the Olympics are going on right now, right? Anyone heard of the post-Olympic letdown? You've heard of it? Oh man, don't put your head down. You've heard of it? I heard you not. What's it mean, brother?
I think it's like, I've heard of it like three things, but I think it's like when everybody's watching the same thing, that when it stops, people like feel like connection breaking up.
Correct. So everyone's affirming you. You're feeling awesome. You're feeling great, whether you win or not. But if you win, awesome. But then the suicidality comes in because one of you said identity. What is your identity now? Because the thing is done. You got another 4 years. Thank you for talking. in which Michael Phelps talks about being highly suicidal after a lot of his gold medals. Brother, no one escapes mental health shit. You either work on it or it gets worse. You connect with people or you get more isolated. Brother, I tried to answer your question as best I could. I went in a couple stories. That's the ADHD and the autism taking its ride. Tony also gave me permission to do whatever the fuck I wanted. Couple more questions and thoughts. We're getting ready to wrap up. How can I help you guys help out your brothers? What about you, big man? Nope. You?
Me?
Yeah, brother. What's up?
I don't really have a question, but
Thought? You got a thought?
I thought this was very helpful.
It's helpful?
Yeah.
Why?
Great. I feel like it's very rare that you get a group of people, group of men, talking about mental health, and that it's this serious, and people are taking it this seriously. I feel like whenever I feel like a group of men talk about mental health, usually it turns into almost like a joke. Not even a joke, but yeah.
Yeah, it gets real surface level, kind of talking shit. You know what the boys are doing though? They're looking to see what each other says. Who talks the most shit? Is this a safe space? Who's gonna be derogatory or not? And then as soon as you see it, no, I'm out. Then you start talking more shit to match it. Now they don't trust you. You're right, we talk shit. I do it too. I'm toxic as fuck. Unless I'm in the right mindset. Oh God, I've been toxic as shit. So this was helpful today?
Yeah.
You heard that, Dad? I ain't no piece of shit. Motherfucker. Thank you. Anyone else? I don't need no affirmations. I appreciate that, brother. That was actually dope as shit. Like that, I'll cry about that later, real shit. Anyone else? Anyone want any tips, strategies about anything? What's up, boss?
If you see your friends, right, you notice that they're using like alcohol and other substances as more of like a crutch for like stress rather than a fun thing. How do you like start that conversation? Because you know
that's a tough bitch right there. So alcohol, a lot of kids at this school are divergent, meaning anxiety, OCD, ADHD, autism. Engineering school is one of the highest rates of like autism, these type of schools, right? So a lot of folks that are divergent have to use alcohol to be real, to be normal, right? We use it to like bring us back down because the world's too much. A lot of people with trauma, it makes them divergent because it rewires the brain, have to use alcohol to calm the fuck down. A lot of you have high expectations because family, poverty, maybe they got a lot of fucking money, like some of my other boys, and that's fucking pressure. Maybe they're PhDs. A lot of pressure can cause anxiety. Alcohol brings them down. So there's reasons why people do the alcohol and the drugs. The question is can you get through their head like this isn't the best thing? That's the tough one. It takes trust, takes honesty. Sometimes statistics helps. A lot of your boys probably gonna be really smart. If you drink more than 3 times a week or smoke more than 3 times a week, you're gonna lessen your grades by 1 letter grade, 1 full letter grade. If you're an A student, you're going to B's. If you're already a dumbass like me and you're a B student, C student, if I'm drinking too much, now you're down to C's and D's. I can't afford that. It's one of the reasons why I cut out some of the drinking during undergrad. The drinking picked up more during graduate school. Some people like statistics. Some people, you gotta check them on their anger. I'm cool socially drinking, doing your thing. I'm cool with all that shit. As soon as the anger comes out, not cool with it. So they'll tell you that alcohol is a depressant. It's a nervous system depressant. It's going to slow your heart rate and your breathing down. That's why people end up dying from alcohol poisoning, because it slows their breathing down so much they stop breathing. Or when they take that, mix that with like Benadryl, Xanax, not anxiety meds. Anxiety meds or SSRIs, you're not going to like shut your nervous system down from that. You can die on them. But what I'm talking about is benzodiazepines. That's what like all the famous people end up dying on, that and alcohol. So alcohol is a depressant, remember that. You get drunker and drunker and drunker the more you drink, but you can only break down so much per hour. So if you take 15 shots to the head, that shit's not processing for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. Why am I telling you this? Because people will show you who they are when they're drunk. I'm a very happy, bubbly drunk. Very happy. I'm not mad, I'm not angry, I'm not aggressive. My best friend was. But most of my other friends are bubbly motherfuckers, man. We would just be wanting to talk shit, have fun. I'm the motherfucker hugging people at the bar. Get into some fights because people get real homophobic. You ain't hugging me. Shut up, let me hug you. Don't do that. That's assault. Why do I tell you this? Don't ever drink when you're angry. I'm gonna need some fucking head nods. Do we have an agreement we're not gonna drink when we're angry? Pissed off? Or suicidal? Don't fucking touch it. The highest rates of actually completion under the influence. So be very cautious when you see your friends angry. Something's already stewing in them. The alcohol allows it to come out. Some of us, we're chilling, but then we get a little demon in us, right? We think about something crazy, and then we tweak or like crash out or cry. Don't drink when you're feeling those toxic ass emotions. Now, if you're happy, go ahead, man, do your thing. Now, when you get called into caps because your drunk ass was like running around naked, Dr. Nas said I could drink if I was happy. Hold up now. I didn't say you could fall down pissed drunk. Thank you for nodding your head on that. That's something that I forget to talk about is the alcohol issues. How do you connect with them? It's tough. Keep showing up. Just keep showing up. I'm gonna use a joke. Y'all heard me make this joke before. It's a political joke. I don't give a fuck what side of the aisle you're on. The ex-president is named Joe Biden. So what I tell you to do is no matter how decrepit you are, no matter how incontinent you are, just keep showing up. Just keep showing up, and eventually they'll probably hire your dumb ass as president. I called it Joe Biden. Just keep showing up. Because what happens? People believe that you actually give a fuck. Just because you showed up. Because remember, most of us feel lost or isolated. But when you keep showing up, they can't deny that. I lost something, young man, Lucas. What helped me when I was going through it is people kept showing up. That was the key to that story. Whether it be father or friends, but specifically it was always grown-ups. People would tell me the things I told you today. And homeboy behind me. They saw something. I'm like, what the fuck do you see? I remember the pastor at my church, he said, you're gonna save lives. I'm 13, bro. What the fuck you talking about? I can barely even piss in the toilet. Still can't. God damn it. Sorry, Dad. People just kept showing up, man. My mentors, other therapists, teachers, they kept showing up. You got that, brother? You can't make anyone stop drinking, but what you can do is show up. I got a client I've been working with. Addict his whole life. He clean now. One of his homies is going through it in rehab. And his homie's wife said, hey, I need you to go talk to him on Monday. Some shit's getting ready to hit the fan. Matter of fact, I forgot to text this motherfucker. He said, Nas, I can't help the guy if he doesn't want to be helped. I said, but you can't live your life, though, with the regret that you could have did something and he does something stupid. You're never going to be able to live with it. And then you might go back to drinking. He said, I ain't never going back to drinking. I said, why take the chance? Get off of work early. Go make the 2.5 hour trip. Be a good man. All right. He said, I'm going to talk to my mentor about it, too. I said, talk to him. He's going to agree with me. Remember to text this motherfucker. I can't get an exit out of the thing. I got to text him because he was supposed to go there tonight. All right. I held you out for 2 hours. Before we dip, I don't want no applause. I want you to take this meeting and become a better version of whoever the fuck you are. Or I want you to step into the man, the person, the son, the student, the engineer, the economist that you were meant to be. The people that are talking shit to you, the people that are on the internet don't know nothing. Go live and be who you're supposed to be. Lead with kindness and love, compassion. And if you get hurt along the way like me, wear it as a badge. Because I ain't no bitch for crying today. I healed people today by crying. That's it. Go do your homework, study hard, take care of yourselves.